breaking news at 3:20. There was an earthquake that struck the Bay Area.
Huge mess. TV fell over.
It was strong.
This was the biggest earthquake we've had since 1989.
It jolted people from their beds, woke them up. This was centered about 6 miles from Napa, California. Several fires broke out right after it hit. There are also reports of damaged buildings, ruptured gas lines, water mains. Even historic buildings have damage, like the Napa County Courthouse. There are several damaged homes as well, including 4 mobile homes we've learned are just destroyed.
All the way down the line, this block here, a number of businesses heavily damaged.
Napa officials say rescue teams are being deployed. It's an all-hands-on-deck kind of situation there.
When you go through something like this, it's just like you're like it's a bad dream you're going to wake up from. There was a big boom, and it felt like it was right under my bed. There was another boom, and there was a explosion, and the house in back of me was burning. We were watching the fire, and then the firemen came. It was all on fire. It was all gone.
The chimney unfortunately collapsed on my pelvis and my legs, all my lower back. And I remember laying on the floor and so many things running through my head. If I was going to be okay. You know, a lot of people don't really understand how, you know, physically and emotionally how this just hits you hard when, you know, an event like this happens to you.
Basically, I got up, made sure my house was something I could leave at the moment, that there were no gas leaks or anything, and then came to work in American Canyon. Most of the damage seemed to be chimneys and a lot of sprinkler systems, mostly in commercial buildings. So a lot of water damage was basically the first day of response was fire, mostly going out to turn off water. But other than that, we fared really well. No major injuries, no roads had to be shut down. Our infrastructure with water and sewer pipes survived.
Battalion 1, go ahead.
Do we know where the epicenter was yet and what the magnitude was?
Battalion 1 negative, we haven't had a chance to check USGS and they want to have not advised.
Battalion 1.
So during the August earthquake, the first floor and thus the kind of, you know, second and third floor came with it, shifted 4 feet to the west. And so when we showed up quite early that morning, probably about 4 a.m., you know, it was a surreal sight. You're wondering how the building is still standing.
There was a bookcase laying with glass doors, leaning on the recliner I had been sitting in before I woke up. So it would have hit me in the head had I been still sitting in the recliner during the earthquake. So I feel like God moved me.
We were in the hospital in Vallejo at Kaiser, and you know, my wife had just gotten her epidural put in, and then as soon as she was, you know, finally was able to relax a little bit during her labor, that's when the earthquake happened. Gerald here was born about 3 hours later.
Everything started shaking and the lights turned off, and I was very, very scared.
I still, you know, kind of panic every time I hear a noise or we have another little bit of a tremor, because you just think, oh, is it going to happen again?
You know, I lost my dad in January, and that was a, you know, very hard situation for me to deal with. When I was in the wheelchair, he was diagnosed with cancer, and you know, that was really something me and my brother struggled so much, you know, to fight. But you know, there's little things that popped up in my life, but you know, here I am, I'm standing up, I'm smiling, I'm enjoying life, I'm living every day as if it were my last, because every day you have, you know, the power to really make something happen. And I've been running every day, I've been playing soccer every day, I've been getting back out there, outdoors every day, I've been lifting weights every day. You know, right now my life is good. I love life right now.
So we have an incredible team that we've assembled, and we've been able to push the building back upright so it is plumb and square. So it looks a lot better, and it's really nice to have that step one go smoothly. But we have a very long road ahead of us.
I'm hoping as people put things back together, they put them back safer so that they're able to go through the next one better.
We did shift our production facility away from the winery during that first week, actually, after the earthquake. So we were able to bring in all of our estate grapes, make everything on site, and make some really terrific wine. And we're gearing up. The vineyard's definitely running a little bit ahead, and we're gearing up for another great year, and we'll be able to do the same thing, but this time, no hard hats.
My world is a little still turned upside down, but I have a great customer base. I have a great morning. The afternoons are still really slow, but I'm making it through, and I'm not going anywhere. I am open. A lot of people still think that I'm closed with all the construction that is around me, but I am open, and I plan on being here for a much longer time.
I feel like I was really blessed. Perhaps even though I lost everything more than some people, I had the fire insurance. And so that's what's enabled me to get a new house, new furniture, and get me to this spot I am right now.
It was a positive experience of neighbors coming out and maybe meeting a neighbor they hadn't even talked to before, but knocking on their door, seeing if they were okay, if they needed help. And I think it just kind of showed the community at its best.
The incredible outreach that we've had, I'll be at the grocery store, at the garden nursery or something, and people either know me or they see my name, and just, their well wishes and their concern and their support has been really incredible.
The earthquake was kind of bad for a lot of people, really bad for some people, but for us it was really one of the best days of our lives.
Overall, I think, we're all still surviving and still repairing and cleaning, and our values, I think, have changed. It's not what we have, but who we have, and is so much more important than all the stuff we have.